Here we'll do an example involving shapes that are not triangles. I've given you two L shapes here, a white L shape and a green L shape. The white L shape has known sides, and the green shape has some unknown sides. We're given that the two shapes are similar, and so first we're asked to find the length of side X, which I'm circling now. If you are asked to find an unknown side on an unusual shape, let's start from a side that we know. This X side we don't know, but in the same shape, we do have a side that we do know, and that's the 16 on the long vertical side. Now, let's look at the smaller white shape and see what side is similar to that 16. You can see in the white shape that we do have a side that is long and vertical on the left side of the L. We can say that this 8 is similar to the 16 in our larger green shape. So whenever you have two similar shapes with a lot of unknowns, start with a side that you do know. Once we start with the known side, we're going to find the side similar to that, and then write a ratio. We can see that on the long vertical side, the 8 on the left shape is similar to the 16 on the right shape. Based on that, we'll write the ratio 8 to 16. We'll also make a note that it's the white shape on the left and the green shape on the right. Now we'll write another ratio involving our unknown X, which I've circled. We can see that that X is similar to the 6 on the left shape, because that's a shorter vertical side. So we can write another ratio saying 6 for the left, X for the right. Since we have two ratios, we may now write a proportion and do a cross product. Our first proportion will be our known numbers, 8 and 16, putting 8 on the top, 16 on the bottom. Then we'll say our equal sign and then put 6 over X for our second fraction. We'll then do our cross product, and we'll multiply the 8 on top on the left times the X on the bottom on the right. We represent this as just 8X. Then on the right side, we'll have 16 times 6. Those are our remaining numbers. If you want to try this yourself, you may need to hit pause and go to your calculator. We would now take 16 times 6 to simplify. Once you've entered this in your calculator, you should get 96. On the left, we'll still have 8x. Now to get x by itself, we'll divide by the number in front of x, and the number in front of x is 8. When we divide on both sides by 8, we can cancel out the 8 in front of the x, because 8 divided by itself gives us 1, and we don't have to write the invisible 1 if we don't want to. So we'll just say x, and then 96 divided by 8. Hit pause for a second if you want to try entering this in your calculator, but once you've entered it, you should get 12. This tells us the unknown side is 12. Now that we know the x is 12, we can try to get y as well. To get the other unknown shape y, let's locate y in the picture on the right. I've circled the y, and we'll look at what it's similar to. We can see that y is similar to the tiny little vertical side, 2. We can also still use the fact that 8 is similar to 16. So let's write our ratios again, writing the white shape first, green shape second. For our long vertical side, the white shape had an 8, and the green shape had a 16. We'll write that as a ratio. Then for our tiny little side, we had a 2 for the white shape and a y for the green shape. Based on this, we can write a proportion and do our cross product. We'll write 8 over 16 as we did before, putting the white shape's numbers on the numerator and the green shape's numbers on the denominator. Then we say equals, and then we'll put 2 for the white shape over y for the green shape. We'll do our cross product and we'll multiply the 8 times the y. This gives us 8y. Then we multiply the 2 times the 16. This gives us 32. Then we'll divide by the 8 in front of the y. We'll take y equals, and then say 32 divided by 8. This is going to give you 4. So now we know that the tiny side down here, marked by the y, is 4. So even if you don't have triangles, as long as you know the shapes are similar, you can find any sides you want as long as you have 2 sides that you do know.